Hello everyone, I am Burger, and I'm here with another episode of Mountain Blade Game of Thrones, A World of Ice and Fire, and I'm here with these Reach Longbowmen. I would ask them to join my party, except that would make me go down like 50 reputation, and it's really important to have high reputation in this game. It's really annoying, but I have to have a high reputation. It's not at all like Viking Conquest. So I'm just gonna kill them. Take the field. Now, this episode is going to be named Wedge Formation because my men are going to be forming a wedge. Formation, wedge. Now, I recently discovered that the wedge formation is actually pretty good if you're planning on having them march forward. Now, Reach Longbowman isn't the best example of how to use this. However, it should still reduce the amount of people that die. And also, this will keep it so that your cavalry don't have to trip over everyone. So let's get my archers here. Have my archers spread out. Have those cavalry there, support back there in the back. And these guys here. A few of them still need horses. The Horse of Mir is pretty pissed. He tried to leave my group twice. And I said, you're not allowed to leave, which made it my relationship with him, Xondo, and one other person I forgot who go way down. But that's okay, I gave them a bunch of money because I am now officially 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I am officially raking in the dough. Man, you are really being difficult. Whenever you tell them to go into a formation, they really don't like making sense. Now, I wish you could put the archers in a wedge, or better yet, a V, but that doesn't seem to be an option as well. This horse is about to die. Yep, it's dead. Gosh darn it, get up here. I don't know what's up with that. That's a major glitch. It is really bothersome. So let's wait for these guys to run out of arrows. Because Reach Longbowmen are actually pretty good archers. Oops, pressed Q. Why did I trip? Tripping over my own damn feet. They gonna run out of arrows anytime soon? I'm sure they will. Problem is, as soon as my men run forward on their own, as you can see they were doing there, they should not be doing that. Can't pick up those arrows because my inventory is full. See, look, since they've got a pointy shape, points are good for breaking things, so they just wedge right in there. That's what wedges are good for. See, I initially thought that a wedge wouldn't make that big of a difference, but it actually seems to make a huge difference. Which is weird. That's pretty cool. As you can see, I also got a lot of robber knights. I managed to recruit like 6 of them, I think. Maybe I've got more than that, who knows. I can't keep track of all my troops, I've got too much variety for that. So as you can see, the wedge formation is actually pretty good. I wouldn't have thought it would make a big difference, but as you saw, I don't think a single one of my men fell. Which is weird. Some of them should have fallen. my infantry is not maxed by any means. And I've been using a really good trade route where I buy up all the salt in the Riverlands and go and sell it for all of the furs and lumber in the north. But the problem is I've done it so many times that now it's starting to not make as much money. On the upside, though, I did manage to buy 2 businesses with all that money I made from it. And now I've still got 9,000 left over. I would really like to hire some of these guys. How many reach longbowmen do I have? None? I think I have none. Which I would like to have a ton. So, okay, let's see. Camp. Recruit prisoners. And let's see if they, get pissed in the middle of the night. And I'll leave. And they all left in the middle of the night. All of them. Well, so much for that. How do I prevent that? I'm not sure how to prevent that. Will fortifying the camp do that? Scouts do that? I'm not sure. I'm really not. Oh yes, I've got a musician with me. Musician. I've got a horn man somewhere in here. I need to make that horn man a trumpeter. And that guy needs to be support. I am hoping to have more spearmen in the future, but I also need more reach archers. So I'm going to head on down to Highgarden, have myself a town, friendly faces everywhere, humble folks without temptation, and get some reach peasants. I've got plenty of Vale men because that's who I happened to marry, Vale. So yes, I've got 2 businesses, and I've got 1 more that's going to be up next week. Well, okay, give the soldier's belongings to his family, and have a funeral. There, I gained reputation. Because I really need some reputation. My reputation is negative, which makes a lot of people not happy about me. I've got 9 robber knights. It's actually really good. My army is starting to get up there in the quality. I'm trying to get really hard to get some Vale Knights. I've got 4 here, but I would like to have a bunch of money before I do that. And I had like 30,000, but then I spent half of it on a business, and then half of that amount on, what is it, half of that amount on, what am I talking about? I totally forgot. Oh yes, half of that amount on, improve my relations with Thoros of Myr, because he is super strong, and he does good stuff. Now, I wonder if there's anyone worth hiring at the inn. I sure would like that. And I won't sell any more of those furs because they're starting to drop in price. But Highgarden is a terrible place to sell them. I should keep that in mind. Yes, a traveling merchant! Never have enough horses. Coursers. I like the coursers. I don't know what quality it is yet. And I'm just gonna grab a camel. For the heck of it. It improves foraging skill. Now, is that if I'm riding it, or if it's in my inventory? It's just a regular courser. I prefer it that way, because a lot of my men have too low of a riding skill to ride my awesome vehicles, and by that I, of course, mean animals. Hashtag animals are people too. And, just for the record, Definition of people is having 2 arms, 2 legs, a head, and very high intelligence. The intelligence enough to learn math. That is my definition of people. So yes, animals are people. They have 2 arms, 2 legs, a head, and they're able to learn math. Oh man, I was teaching my dog math the other day. I said, if I give you this food, I'm going to give you more food. And he nailed it. He ate the food. This is a smart dog. Very smart dog. Man, look at all these tracks. I can find out where they came from. Probably Hargarden. Lord Eon Hunter is having a feast. Okay. Cool, cool. Yeah, that's when the tracks disappear. But they probably came from Highgarden. You know, while the... Damn it. Well, I guess I can improve my relation with him. Take the field. So I'm gonna have my men stay here while I charge ahead. They have decent, cavalry, because while they're not the best, they're very heavily armored. Their cavalry are very heavily armored. However, Vale Knights go way higher. Because after Vale Knights, which are even better than these guys, Mounted Sergeants, there's still something better. Seriously, guys, you were given a bridge and then you didn't even use it. I wish the AI would automatically know when they're in a bridge battle and would both wait on opposite sides of the bridge. That'd be really cool. I'm still interested to see what AI improvements they make in Bannerlord. That's what I'm most interested in. You know, I noticed that like for other games, like you know, Skyrim, the mods are like all so different from each other. But in this game, you know, Mountain Blade, the mods are all the same. They all do the exact same thing. They change the map, and they change the troops, and they change the quests. They don't seem to add anything particularly special. Or maybe I just haven't played any special games because I'm an idiot and I can't figure out which ones are special. Or maybe I have played a special one, but then was confused by it. You know, it's much more likely that I just haven't played any of those because I'm an idiot. And I'm comfortable with that. I'm getting a new dog soon. I'm very excited. It's gonna be a Chihuahua. I was hoping for a weenie dog, but my dog that I have is a real bitch. And she doesn't like other dogs very much. So it's hard to find a dog that's compatible. Basically, it needs to be smaller than her. So I would have liked a pit bull, because they're so cute. But I have to get a dog smaller than her. I don't know what she is. She's a mutt. But mutts tend to be healthier anyway, so whatever. Even though pugs are like the cutest thing on the planet, they've got the worst health conditions. Like, seriously bad health. Poor pugs. Like, dachshunds, you'd expect them to not have the best health, but they actually have amazing health. They really invested all their points into the longevity perk. So despite them having short legs, they're actually really healthy. The rest of them is fine. Whereas pugs, they were bred to have short snouts and bulgy eyes, which is so not good for them. Poor puggies. I love puggies. See, he doesn't like me very much because I've got negative reputation. It's not the worst, though. Ooh, spearmen. Guess I could use some skirmishers. And I'm gonna hire all of these guys. Cool. And I'll gain reputation if I do this, and they'll gain morale if I do that. Cool, cool. Now I need to get even more reach peasants. Damn console peasants. I'm not actually one of those people who worries about stuff like that. I just like imitating people who worry about stuff like that. People who take entertainment way too seriously. Like, I don't care what device you prefer to play on. It's really not important. Although I do tend to prefer computers because, things like mods. You can always do better on a computer. Or maybe that's not true and I'm just imagining this. See, I often wonder, is what I'm saying not true? I may never know. I'm gonna drink this wine. 18 morale. That sounds pretty good. I've got all these furs with me. I'll make that money up later. But now I need to go and, recruit some console peasants. No! I clicked the wrong one. Whatever. I gained bardic reputation. It's fine, I guess. Okay, now I'd also like to do some quests for these guys. Ugh, I hope it's not the training quest. That's like the hardest one. Of course, it's nowhere near as hard as, track down these bandits on the road to this place. Like, if they say track down these troublesome bandits, they'll be right outside the city. But if they say track down the bandits on the road to this place, that's impossible. They're impossible. You're never gonna find it, ever. Okay. You know, the thing about the peasants is they die really easily. Is that true? Wait. Does wearing lower amounts of armor increase your chances of death instead of getting knocked unconscious? This is a really good question that I would like to know the answer to. I do know that different types of armor work better against different types of weapons, which I freaking love, because so often in TV, like, I'm wearing steel armor, let me cut through it with this steel sword. This is a great idea. And there goes the wedge. See how none of them are dying? It's the wedge. It's the wedge. Because, while a lot of these guys are decent, strength, they're nowhere near top tier. I don't have nearly, that many, house guards. I think I have like 5 house guards in that entire thing. So at least 1 or 2 should have gotten knocked unconscious, but none of them did, because of the wedge. It's the wedge, it's all in the wedge. I'm not special, the wedge is special. You know, I feel very strongly that, people aren't born special, so if you accept that you're not special, maybe you can be. That accepting your flaws for what they are allows you to overcome them. But if you think, I don't have any major flaws, which is very unlikely, you'll never be as great as a person as you could be. They can just have all that. So be the best person you can be, because most likely, you're not the best you can be. But if you accept that you're not, maybe you can be. I hope I didn't phrase that in a way that offended people. I tend to do that. Yay, console peasants. I'm hiring console peasants. Meet the village elder. You got any tasks for me? Teaching you how to defend yourselves. I'll do this as soon as, the episode ends, which will be in the next minute. Now I might just go to Ocean Road. This will give me a good chance to let the peasants, upgrade from training. You know, this game updates a lot. For a while, Sirio Forel had a trainer skill of 8 that was, helping, my army, but they seemed to have changed that, which is interesting, which I agree with. That was probably super overpowered. In the immortal words of Frankie, super! No, I almost clicked forcible recruitment. Meet the village elder. Well, I can't tell. What? 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 Why can't I recruit people here? Does the Lord not like me very much? That seems to be a possibility. Well, that's going to be it for today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. I certainly did. Today, I used the wedge formation. The one, the only wedge formation. I hope you have a lovely day. To the land beyond the elephant seals. Bye!